Hey, what's up, guys? It's gonna be the trade recap for April the 14th. Today, I actually did not take a trade, but I want to make this video over the recap just because I want to go into detail about why I didn't take this trade and how we can be patient as traders in the market. So first things first, I'm gonna mark out our draws and liquidity, but let's take a second to notice this big rush up. And man, I don't know what it was with this candle right here, but this really freaked me out. Like I really did not know what all that was for. But yeah, actually, this target was a daily highs target. Let's find it. Where is that? I remember the amount. Here we go. 693. Then we'll head over to the 1 hour so I can find it again on the 1 hour. So these were kind of my predictions going into the trade today. Is that 689? No, it's not. All right, there we go. So those were draws on liquidity that I potentially wanted to target. So going into market open, what do we see? For this one, I mainly use the 30-minute time frame, and I really was thinking about targeting that low right there. I didn't want to target anything lower than that. I kind of just wanted to target this. But one thing that I do want to get into detail about was we're coming into market open, and then that is the wrong thing. We're coming into market open, that's also the wrong thing. And we have an equilibrium, so that's cool. We have an equilibrium, so we're going to move higher. And then I hop on the 30-minute time frame. What do we have? We have fair value gap right there. Let's hop on the 15-minute time frame. 15-minute time frame, same thing. Fair value gap. And this is what I find really interesting. One thing that I really wanted to mark out was this high right here, because I knew if we broke structure off that high, we'd potentially move a lot higher. But my initial analysis, which I wanted to trade off of and what I wanted to do, was we were coming into market open and I was waiting for market open manipulation to the upside, right? So we have the break structure on the high right there. We have 5-minute liquidity as well. Not liquidity, 5-minute fair value gap. I'll mark that out for you guys as well so you can see the 5-minute fair value gap. But we don't end up getting a filament of that, and we don't even get a filament of equilibrium. And even here, I can show you another one. We don't even get equilibrium right there. Right, so we don't get equilibrium touched into these, and these fair value gaps don't get filled. And to me, I want these to get filled so we can start continuing trend. We broke structure on this high, so that's our confirmation that we're gonna move higher. We have a break of structure showing that we're gonna continue the trend, but we don't have a filament of the fair value gap right here. And I know what you guys may be thinking. You're like, okay, let's wait till it gets filled right here. Well, the way price wants to move is, why would price want to come down? Again, why would price want to come down 125 ticks to move up like a little more ticks higher? Price would only want to come down a little bit. So this is mainly expected. I was waiting for a filament of a bigger fair value gap, like these big purple ones, which is our 30-minute and 15-minute fair value gaps. So I was really waiting on those. Maybe I'll make these different colors, so hopefully you guys can see that better. All right, so the biggest one that we have, the big purple one, that is our 30-minute. The smaller navy blue one, that's our 15-minute, and the light blue one is our 5 minutes, right? So I'm waiting for a filament of any of these gaps, and I'm waiting for like a nice deep retracement. Even if the retrace was up until here, just the tip of this fair value gap, and we maybe we wicked into equilibrium, I would have loved that to pursue even higher, just because of the break of structure off of that. So we continue moving in. Let me check the 30-minute real quick. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything that I saw. Yeah, no, we're good. Right? So we continue moving into this trade. No retracements into any of our gaps to get filled. Right? Even here, over here is where I saw the slightest retracement. Right here, we had an equilibrium. That equilibrium caused a crazy shoot up. So my initial analysis going into that was, because of yesterday's volatility, overnight volatility, all this volatility overnight. I was really looking on puts today. That's one thing that I wanted to do because I knew that those daily targets were right there. They were only a few ticks away. So my initial thought process was, all right, we're going to come in, we're going to grab liquidity from up here, we're going to move down to the downside, we're going to inverse this fair value gap, we're going to move it to fill a fair value gap, fill either an equilibrium, and then we're going to retrace lower, and we're going to target this 1 hour low right there. Unfortunately, that did not happen, and none of my confluences got hit in order to move higher. And that's just one thing that I want to point out is that this is a trade that we didn't take today, but I did want to make a really good recap over this one, a really nice short one, only because we don't have to take 100% of the trades we take. I say this over and over again. And this is a clean example of how our confluences don't line up. And at the same time, I was taking a test today in school, so like that kind of got in the way of trading. But I'm really happy that I didn't trade today because it just allows you to go back during the day and back test what you did wrong or show how you are authentic to your strategy and how you're truthful to your strategy. I well off could have entered off the break of structure in this small retrace or this small retrace or that small retrace to target even higher. But at that time, I would rather take no entry than a late entry and a guessing entry. We want to be confident in our trades. We want to trust our psychology. We want to trust our strategy. And especially, we want to identify days where we shouldn't trade and days where we will. Tomorrow, I'm hoping is a good trading day. Tomorrow, I will try my hardest to trade. Tomorrow, I'm honestly thinking that overnight, I feel like we come up and we grab these highs up here, or overnight we might just shoot down hella and just take everything out. But yeah, that was a trade recap for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. It was a nice short one. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Peace and love always.